Right now, as you watch this, your body is carrying the damage from last night's sleep. Every morning you wake up with that mysterious neck pain, those random aches, the grogginess that coffee can't fix. You blame stress, age, your mattress. But the real culprit is simpler and more shocking. It's how you position your body for 8 hours every single night. Most people have no idea their sleep position is systematically destroying their spine, cutting off circulation, and aging their face faster than time itself. Tonight, when you crawl into bed, you'll unconsciously choose a position that either heals your body or slowly breaks it down. The soldier, the starfish, the fetal curl, the log. Each one tells a story about your health, your psychology, and your future. Some positions add years to your life. Others subtract them. The difference between waking up refreshed and waking up broken often comes down to a few degrees of angle, the placement of a pillow, which side you choose. Your body keeps score of every night. Picture a body lying perfectly straight on its back, arms at the sides, staring up at nothing. The soldier position looks like death, but it might be the secret to living longer. When you sleep this way, your spine finds perfect alignment. No twisted vertebrae, no compressed discs, no morning pain radiating down your back. Your head, neck, and spine form one continuous line, the way evolution designed them to rest. This is why orthopedic surgeons sleep on their backs. They understand something most people don't. Gravity can be your friend or your enemy, depending on how you use it. In the soldier position, gravity distributes your weight evenly across your entire back. No single point bears excessive pressure. Your internal organs rest in their natural positions, uncompressed and unrestricted. But here's where it gets interesting. This position prevents your face from being mashed into a pillow for 8 hours. Those sleep wrinkles that appear deeper each year, they're caused by repeated facial compression against fabric. Back sleepers avoid this entirely. Their skin ages slower, stays smoother longer. Dermatologists quietly recommend this position to patients obsessed with looking younger, but they rarely advertise it. The beauty industry would lose billions if everyone knew that sleeping position affects aging more than most expensive creams. Yet the soldier position has a dark side that can literally suffocate you in your sleep. The soldier position becomes a trap for one specific type of person, the snorer. When you lie flat on your back, gravity pulls everything backward. Your tongue, your soft palate, all the loose tissues in your throat. They collapse toward your airway like a slow-motion avalanche. What starts as light snoring becomes a nightly symphony of choking sounds. Your partner nudges you awake. You roll over briefly, then return to your back and the cycle repeats. But snoring isn't just noise. It's your body struggling to breathe. For people with sleep apnea, the soldier position is dangerous. Your breathing literally stops dozens of times per night. Your brain jolts awake just enough to restart breathing. Then you drift back to unconsciousness with no memory of the interruption. This creates a cruel irony. The position that's best for your spine alignment is worst for your respiratory system. Your body becomes a battleground between competing needs: perfect posture or adequate oxygen. Most people don't realize they're making this choice every night. They wake up exhausted after 8 hours of sleep because their brain never got the deep rest it needed. The constant micro-awakenings fragment their sleep cycles, leaving them groggy and irritable. The soldier position works beautifully for people who don't snore. But for those who do, it's like trying to breathe through a straw while lying in perfect alignment. The starfish takes the soldier position and explodes it outward. Arms up near the head, legs spread wide, claiming every inch of mattress real estate. It looks like someone fell asleep mid-jumping jack. But this chaotic sprawl reveals something deeper about how we seek comfort in vulnerability. The spine benefits remain similar to the soldier. that neutral alignment that keeps your back happy. But the starfish adds complications that most people discover the hard way. Your shoulders weren't designed to stay elevated for hours. When you raise your arms near your head, blood flow changes patterns. The muscles around your rotator cuffs compress in ways they never should. You wake up with arms that feel disconnected from your body, tingling sensations shooting down to your fingertips. The starfish is also the most selfish sleep position. If you share a bed, you're unconsciously declaring war on your partner's space. They end up clinging to 6 inches of mattress edge, while you sprawl like a sleeping dictator across the kingdom of thread count. Relationships have ended over less territorial dispute. But there's something primal about the starfish that keeps people returning to it. It's the position of complete surrender, total relaxation. The body's way of saying it feels safe enough to be completely unguarded. Psychologically, it reveals confidence, openness, a person who doesn't feel the need to protect themselves, even in sleep. The trade-off is physical discomfort for emotional freedom. The fetal position is humanity's default setting. Curl up on your side, knees pulled toward your chest, recreating the shape you held for 9 months before birth. It's the most popular sleep position worldwide, and that's not coincidence. It's psychology embedded in our DNA. When the world feels threatening, when stress overwhelms, when loneliness creeps in, we unconsciously return to the position that once meant complete safety. Inside the womb, curled tight, every need met without effort. The fetal position triggers something deep in our nervous system, a remembered sense of protection and peace. From a practical standpoint, it works remarkably well. Curling on your side opens your airway better than back sleeping. Snoring decreases dramatically. Sleep apnea symptoms improve because gravity helps keep your throat passages clear. Your spine gets decent support if your mattress cooperates. Pregnant women are specifically told to sleep this way because it improves circulation to both mother and baby. But most people ruin the fetal position by curling too tightly. They pull their knees all the way to their chest, tuck their chin down, and essentially suffocate themselves slowly. When you curl this tight, your diaphragm can't expand fully. Your lungs compress. Breathing becomes shallow and restricted. You spend 8 hours taking tiny, inadequate breaths instead of the deep, restorative breathing your body needs for true rest. The tight curl also compresses your joints unnaturally, creating morning stiffness that gets worse with age. The log position sounds as exciting as it is. You sleep on your side with your arms straight down and legs extended, rigid as a piece of timber. No curling, no bending, no dramatic sprawling, just a straight human line from head to toe. It's the sleep position equivalent of vanilla ice cream, plain, unassuming, but secretly perfect. This might be the healthiest way a human can sleep. Your spine maintains its natural curve without strain. There's no pressure on internal organs, no restricted breathing, no circulation problems. The airway stays clear, dramatically reducing snoring and sleep apnea episodes. Side sleeping also helps digestion in ways most people never consider. When you lie on your left side especially, gravity assists your digestive system. Food moves through your intestines more efficiently. Your stomach sits below your esophagus, preventing acid from creeping upward and burning your throat. This is why people with acid reflux often find relief simply by switching to left side log sleeping. The position also promotes better brain drainage, literally. Recent research shows that sleeping on your side helps your brain flush out toxins that accumulate during waking hours. The log position optimizes this cleaning process, potentially reducing risks of dementia and cognitive decline. But the log has one persistent problem: arm numbness. When you lie directly on your arm for hours, blood flow gets restricted. You wake up with that pins and needles sensation, your arm feeling like it belongs to someone else entirely. The yearner looks like someone dramatically reaching for a lost love in their sleep. You lie on your side with both arms stretched forward, as if perpetually grasping for something just out of reach. It's romantic in theory, problematic in practice. The spine alignment stays relatively good, and you get most benefits of side sleeping: reduced snoring, better breathing, improved digestion. But those outstretched arms create a cascade of problems that build over time. Your shoulders spend hours pulled forward into an unnatural position. The muscles around your shoulder blades stretch and weaken, while the chest muscles tighten and shorten. Over months and years, this creates postural problems that extend far beyond sleep. You develop rounded shoulders, a forward head posture, the kind of hunched appearance that makes people look older and less confident. The arm underneath takes the worst punishment. Compressed against the mattress, circulation decreases. Nerves get pinched between bone and bedding. That tingling, numb sensation becomes a nightly occurrence. Some people wake up unable to feel their fingers for several minutes. There's also emerging research suggesting the urinary position might restrict blood flow to the heart slightly, though this primarily affects people with existing cardiovascular conditions. The position reveals something psychologically interesting. Uriners tend to be more suspicious, cynical, slower to make decisions. It's as if their sleep position reflects an internal reaching for certainty that remains just beyond grasp. Most people think side sleeping is side sleeping, but your body knows the difference between left and right in ways that might surprise you. The choice of which side to favor can determine whether you wake up refreshed or refluxed, energized or exhausted. Left side sleeping is almost universally better, and the reasons go deeper than most medical advice suggests. Your internal organs aren't symmetrically arranged. Your stomach and pancreas sit on the left side of your body. When you sleep on your left, gravity becomes your digestive assistant, helping food move through your system more efficiently. Your body literally processes meals better while you sleep. This is why people who eat late dinners should always sleep on their left side. It prevents that heavy, bloated feeling that can last until morning. Acid reflux tells an even more compelling story. Your esophagus connects to your stomach on the right side. Sleep on your left, and your stomach sits below this connection point. Acid has to fight gravity to reach your throat. Sleep on your right, and gravity helps acid travel upward, burning your esophagus and disrupting your sleep with bitter, painful reflux. For pregnant women, left side sleeping can be life-changing. It improves blood flow to the uterus and kidneys, reducing swelling and increasing nutrients to the developing baby. Doctors don't just recommend it, they insist on it during the later stages of pregnancy. Right side sleeping isn't dangerous for healthy people, but it's suboptimal. It puts unnecessary pressure on your liver and lungs, organs that work hard enough without additional compression. Stomach sleeping feels amazing and destroys everything. It's the position that seduces you with immediate comfort, while slowly sabotaging your body's structural integrity. In the free fall position, you lie face down with arms wrapped around or under your pillow, head turned to one side like you're sunbathing on an invisible beach. The immediate comfort is undeniable. There's something deeply satisfying about pressing your entire front body against the mattress. But this satisfaction comes at a devastating cost to your spine. Humans weren't designed to sleep with their heads rotated 90 degrees for 8 hours. Your cervical spine twists into an unnatural corkscrew position. The muscles on one side stretch, while the other side compresses. Night after night of this creates chronic neck pain that radiates into headaches, shoulder tension, and nerve problems that can extend down your arms. Your lower back suffers equally. When you lie on your stomach, your spine loses its natural curve. The middle of your body, the heaviest part, sinks into the mattress, while your head and legs remain elevated. This creates a constant backward arch that compresses your vertebrae and strains the muscles trying to maintain this unnatural position. Over time, this leads to lower back pain that never fully goes away. Breathing becomes more difficult because your chest presses into the mattress, restricting lung expansion. Your body works harder all night to get adequate oxygen, leaving you tired despite spending 8 hours in bed.
Some people can't sleep without holding something. A pillow, a stuffed animal, a bunched up blanket. They clutch it through the night like it contains the secret to peaceful sleep. This isn't just emotional neediness. It's your body solving a biomechanical problem while simultaneously meeting a psychological need. When you hug a pillow while side sleeping, it keeps your arms in a neutral position instead of letting them flop across your chest or hang awkwardly. This reduces shoulder strain and improves spine alignment because your upper body stays balanced. The pillow acts like a bridge, supporting the natural space between your arm and torso. But the psychological component runs deeper than physical comfort. Physical contact, even with an inanimate object, triggers the release of oxytocin, the same hormone released during hugging, cuddling, and bonding between humans. Your nervous system calms down. Stress hormones decrease. The transition into sleep becomes smoother and more natural. For people who sleep alone, pillow hugging fills a biological need for contact that evolution programmed into us. We're social animals, designed to sleep in groups for safety and warmth. The modern reality of sleeping alone goes against millions of years of human evolution. A pillow against your chest mimics the sensation of another person's presence, fooling your nervous system into feeling safer and more secure. The pressure against your chest also stimulates the vagus nerve, which activates your body's rest and digest mode. Some people never settle into one position. They start on their back, migrate to their side, briefly experiment with stomach sleeping, then rotate through the cycle again. These combination sleepers move through the night like they're choreographing an unconscious dance, and their bodies might be smarter than they realize. Staying in one position all night creates sustained pressure on specific body parts. Blood flow decreases to compressed areas. Muscles stiffen. Moving throughout the night redistributes this pressure, preventing any single area from bearing too much load for too long. It's your body's built-in system for preventing damage. Combination sleepers often experience benefits from multiple positions. They might get spine alignment from back sleeping, improved breathing from side sleeping, and pressure relief from the movement itself. Their bodies adapt and adjust, seeking the optimal position for each stage of sleep. But frequent position changes come with a cost. Every time you move significantly, your brain partially awakens to coordinate the shift. These micro-awakenings fragment your sleep cycles, preventing you from spending adequate time in deep, restorative sleep phases. You might not remember these brief awakenings, but they accumulate over the night, leaving you feeling unrested despite spending 8 hours in bed. The key is understanding the difference between natural movement and restless thrashing. Some movement is healthy and necessary. Constant position changes every few minutes suggest something else is wrong. An uncomfortable mattress, unresolved pain, or anxiety keeping your nervous system too activated for deep rest. Sometimes the answer isn't changing how you sleep, but changing the angle at which you sleep. Elevated sleeping means propping your upper body at an angle, usually between 30 and 45 degrees, transforming your bed into a gentle ramp rather than a flat surface. This isn't just about comfort, it's about making gravity work for your health instead of against it. For people with acid reflux, elevated sleeping can eliminate symptoms entirely. When you lie flat, stomach acid easily flows into your esophagus, creating that burning sensation that ruins sleep. Raise your upper body, and gravity keeps acid where it belongs. People who've suffered with GERD for years often find their symptoms disappear completely with this simple adjustment. Sleep apnea improves dramatically with elevation. The angled position keeps your airway more open by preventing your tongue and soft tissues from collapsing backward. Breathing stays easier throughout the night, reducing both snoring and the dangerous breathing interruptions that characterize sleep apnea. Congestion clears faster when you're elevated. Anyone who's had a cold knows that lying flat makes your nose stuff up worse. Incline sleeping lets your sinuses drain naturally,
reducing the blocked, uncomfortable feeling that can keep you awake.
The position also helps with circulation issues. People with heart problems or leg swelling often sleep better elevated because it reduces the work their cardiovascular system has to do to pump blood back to the heart. Your sleep position is only half the equation. The surface you sleep on can make a perfect position painful or a terrible position tolerable. Most people buy mattresses based on marketing rather than understanding how firmness interacts with their preferred sleep position, and this ignorance costs them years of quality sleep. Side sleepers need softer surfaces to accommodate the curves of their bodies. When you lie on your side, your shoulder and hip create pressure points that need to sink into the mattress. A surface that's too firm concentrates all your body weight on these small areas, cutting off circulation and creating pain. But stomach sleepers need firmer surfaces to prevent their midsection from sagging, which would exaggerate the harmful arch in their spine. Back sleepers fall somewhere in between, needing enough support to maintain spinal alignment without so much firmness that it creates pressure points. The mattress industry has complicated this simple truth, with dozens of different materials, technologies, and marketing claims. Memory foam, latex, springs, hybrid constructions. They all affect how your body interacts with the surface differently. Memory foam contours to your body, but can trap heat and make movement difficult. Spring mattresses provide bounce, but can create pressure points. The reality is that the best mattress for you depends entirely on how you sleep, how much you weigh, and whether you sleep alone or with a partner. Most people sleep on the wrong mattress for their position, then blame their sleep position for the discomfort. Your sleep position affects more than just your spine and breathing. It determines how your body regulates temperature throughout the night, and temperature regulation is crucial for quality sleep. Different positions expose different amounts of skin surface to air, trap varying amounts of heat, and affect how efficiently your body can cool itself. Back sleeping exposes the most skin surface to air, allowing for better heat dissipation. This is why back sleepers often sleep cooler and more comfortably, especially during hot weather or for people who naturally run warm. The soldier and starfish positions maximize cooling efficiency. Side sleeping traps more heat because more of your body surface contacts the mattress and bedding. Heat builds up between your body and the sleep surface, creating warm spots that can disrupt sleep. This is particularly problematic for people who already struggle with night sweats or hot flashes. Stomach sleeping is the worst for temperature regulation. Your entire front torso presses against the mattress, creating a heat trap that builds throughout the night. Stomach sleepers often wake up feeling overheated and sweaty, which they usually attribute to room temperature rather than their sleep position. The fetal position creates its own microclimate. When you curl up tightly, you trap warm air in the spaces created by your curved body. This can be comforting in cold weather, but becomes stifling when temperatures rise. Understanding how your sleep position affects temperature can help you adjust your bedroom environment, bedding choices, and even your sleepwear to optimize comfort. Every morning, your body files a report about the previous night's sleep position. Most people ignore these signals, dismissing morning stiffness, pain, or fatigue as inevitable parts of aging. But your body is actually giving you precise feedback about whether your sleep position is healing or harming you. Morning neck pain almost always indicates your head was positioned incorrectly. Either your pillow was wrong for your position, or you slept in a way that twisted your cervical spine. Lower back pain suggests your spine lost its natural curve during the night, usually from stomach sleeping or an unsupportive mattress. Shoulder pain typically means you slept directly on your side for too long, without adequate cushioning. Numbness or tingling in your arms points to circulation problems caused by sleeping on your arm or keeping your arms in elevated positions too long. Fatigue despite adequate sleep time suggests your breathing was compromised, your body temperature regulation was disrupted, or your sleep cycles were fragmented by unconscious position changes. The key is learning to read these morning signals as data rather than random discomfort. Your body is constantly trying to communicate what works and what doesn't.
When you wake up feeling refreshed and pain-free, your sleep position was optimal. When you wake up stiff, sore, or tired, something needs to change. If you have made it here to the end of this video with me, I want to invite you to subscribe to our channel and follow us every day. We decode the hidden patterns in everyday life that most people never notice. The connection between sleep positions and morning pain is just one example of how your body constantly communicates with you through subtle signals most people dismiss as coincidence. Here's the truth nobody wants to admit. You don't really choose your sleep position. Your sleep position chooses you. It reflects your psychology, your physical condition, your stress level, your relationships, your age, and your health in ways that bypass conscious decision-making. The soldier reveals someone who likes control and order. The fetal position shows a need for security and comfort. The yearner suggests someone reaching for something missing in their life. The starfish belongs to confident people who claim space without apology. Your body moves into these positions automatically because they serve needs deeper than comfort. Psychological needs, emotional needs, physical needs you might not even be aware of consciously. This is why changing sleep positions is so difficult. You're not just changing a physical habit, you're fighting against your body's attempt to meet fundamental needs through positioning. The position that damages your spine might be the same position that helps your anxiety. The position that improves your breathing might feel emotionally vulnerable. Your body makes these trade-offs without consulting your conscious mind. The goal isn't to force yourself into the perfect position, but to understand what your current position reveals about your needs. Then make small adjustments that honor those needs while minimizing physical damage. Maybe you need a different pillow, a softer mattress, or just the awareness to switch sides occasionally. Your sleep position is a nightly autobiography written in the language of curves and angles, pressure and release, comfort and pain. Tonight, when you crawl into bed, you'll unconsciously choose your chapter in this story. Make sure it's one that serves the person you want to wake up as tomorrow. Subscribe to our channel and share this with 5 people who need to understand what their sleep is really telling them. Comment below with your sleep position and what surprised you most about its effects. What should we decode next?